Last week I talked about how to understand German native speakers when they are talking at a normal pace in their native language. This week I'm going to be talking to you about how to get you to speak at that same rate, or at least try and get an approximation thereof. Let me start by saying this should not be a priority to you. No one cares how fast you can talk. But I know a lot of German learners will be a little bit self-conscious about the fact that they can't speak German quickly. I didn't always speak this fast in English. I obviously have been working at this for, like 28 years now. That being said, there are a few ways that you can increase the rate of speed that you speak in German. Think about how you speak in your native language. Are you thinking about the words as you are saying them, or are you thinking about something else while you are speaking? How is it that you can do both of these things simultaneously when they actually take a lot of thought process with vocabulary going into your brain and coming out of your mouth and all of that? The idea is that you know your vocabulary so well up here that you don't need to think about it when it comes out of here. You don't have to search through some kind of grammar chart inside your head or conjugate a verb inside your head before you can spit out the words. In your native language, it just kind of flows right on out. So that's actually the first tip. The first thing you need to do is remember your vocabulary well enough that you can just get the words right out. So, study your vocabulary. Study it very, very well, but don't just study just one word at a time and one word here and one word there and learn like 5,000 different words. Learn words and sentences. Use it in sample sentences that you're actually going to need on a regular basis. Think of the things that you say every day. What are those things? Write down those sentences in English or your native language, and then write those same things out in German so that you can learn the vocabulary in there and learn the sentences. So whenever it comes time for you to use that sentence, you have it right there, ready to go. Eventually you'll be able to take these sentences and kind of mix and match them together and get the grammar from one and the sentence structure from the other and the vocab from this one and get them all to work together and make it a beautiful German sentence that is spoken at a nice pace. One of the ways that you can actually get your speech to speed up is to eliminate the thinking process that goes along with the speaking part. The easiest way to do this is to start reading a book. Pick up a German book and just read. Read out loud. Make sure that your mouth is moving as fast as you possibly can and start reading the words that are on the paper. Of course, you should be thinking about what the pronunciation is supposed to be and all of that, but while you are doing this, you should be trying to speak as quickly as you possibly can so that you can get the words to come out easier. This will actually help your mouth start to form the words so that you know how your mouth is supposed to go, and your mouth will then have muscle memory so that it knows how to say certain words whenever it's supposed to say them in a certain way. You don't have to worry about the grammar being correct in a book because it's obviously a published work and it's probably the correct grammar. So if you just read it out loud to yourself, then you can actually start focusing on the speaking part of it and not the brain part of it. While we're on the topic of reading German text and trying to be quick about it, try taking your favorite rapper in German. I suggest Crow because he's one of those few rappers that you can actually understand whenever he's speaking, and yet it's still at a relatively quick pace. Take the list of lyrics that he has in a particular video, for instance the video Traum, and you take all of the lyrics and start reading them. Read them over and over and over and over again. Try and read them faster and faster and faster. Then try and add in the tune to the song. Try and make it so that you can sing along with Crow. If you get your mouth to work along with Crow, you may be able to actually adapt that into the language that you are speaking. The last suggestion that I have for today is actually one that I got from a Twitter account that teaches bilingual children how to be bilingual. This website suggested that you have a storytelling battle. And while this works really great in pairs, you can actually do it by yourself if you really wanted to. And it's not just for children, it can actually work out really well for you as well. All you have to do is just ramble a story. Start talking in German, start telling a story, something like Es war einmal ein Mädchen, and just keep on talking. Just start the story, don't end the story, just keep on going. And whenever you get to an actual conclusion to the story, and then they lived happily ever after or whatever, then that's the point where you can stop. If you get stuck on something, you can't think of the next thing that you want to say, then just say und dann, und dann, und dann, und dann, und dann, und dann, until you finally come up with whatever it is that you need to say next. This will keep you so that you are actually speaking in German the entire time without actually thinking about the words. You should be thinking about what to say next, but not necessarily how to say it and all of that. I suggest recording yourself so that you can go back and think of the things that you said that were incorrect and kind of fix your grammar as you're going, but if you're trying to work on speed, this shouldn't be an issue for you at this point. In the long run, I really don't think this should be a priority for you at all, but if you're going to work on this, start by thinking you need to get your grammar and your vocabulary correct, and then you can work on your speed. The speed at which you speak is not something that you should feel self-conscious about. However, if you are up to that point in your German learning that you want to start being able to speak quickly, then these are probably good tips for you. That's all I've got for today. If you have any suggestions for how you can speed up your speech, go ahead and leave a comment down below. Danke fürs Zuschauen. Bis zum nächsten Mal. Tschüss.